Right, welcome guys to another vlog and an interview with one of Cape Town's top builders. We've got today Lowstad with us and a very well-known crew. Everybody knows him around South Africa. And I'd also like to introduce you guys. We've got Natheer and his wife Nahwaal. And many of you guys might know them with Natheer having the CCT3 AMG. And Nahwaal's always say the word wrong, Scirocco.
Yes.
Yeah, some people say Scirocco, but yeah, she's got the widebody Scirocco. So yeah, just to head things off, we're gonna start off with Natheer first, and tell us a bit, where did this all start? We talk about like a year.
Wait. I've been doing this interview thing with now a few times.
Yeah.
Is it just because it's the two of you that I'm so nervous?
CLK, sorry.
Oh, the mark always gonna slam you.
Yeah, sorry guys, yeah, CLK. But yeah, just tell us a bit, where did you guys actually start? Because you are like the power couple of the store scene. So where did this actually start? Like talking about a couple of years ago?
Yeah, so look here, we actually started just after we got married. Oh, no, we were dating actually.
Dating? So how many years is this now?
Yo, look here, that is 1997, 98.
Yeah. And what did you have that time?
Actually, that color, 1400 bucky. Set the stalls, coloring steering wheel.
Yeah.
Door panels was Airwolf, you know Airwolf?
Oh, the fighter jet, the Eagle.
Yeah, door panels.
Oh, that star type of thing, or what was it?
Nah, the actual helicopter.
Oh, the helicopter, yes.
The door panels was the animation in the door panels.
Okay.
Sound system, sail on.
Yeah.
You know, that time there wasn't much those that time. So it was sail and color was good and used to go to school with the bakkie.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I think she was after the bakkie and not. So we started out with the bakkie, and then we got married, and then we had a Honda. So pinkish, purplish Honda. Yeah, Natheer from OG Customs.
Yeah.
He built the body kit on there.
And which one was that? Like different shape? The EG or the dog shape?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full fiberglass dashboard, speaker pods,
Yeah.
leather interior, TD sound system. But that was Zabby them's days.
Okay. So we're talking now about Lord of the Rings days.
Yes.
Oh, so you'll be coming on since that time already.
Yeah. So we could say like 99, 2000, 2001 era.
Yeah.
Then 15 years we just went away.
Okay.
We stopped at about 2004, 5.
Yeah, that's all. Okay.
Then our eldest was born.
Oh, that's probably why you stopped.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah.
And then got settled in again, and then had a couple of VR6 after that, Mini Cooper, a Renault Scenic because we were shopping now, Pram and those things. And then we went into the G6 and the Scirocco.
Okay.
Started building again.
Yeah. So I think on time I remember is when it was with the Golf 6.
Yes.
Yeah, the orange Golf 6 that you had. And at the time, you didn't have the Scirocco yet.
No.
Yeah.
I think when we met, it was white still.
It was still stock, basically.
Yes. It just had bags and the Ferrari wheels on, and it was white.
Yeah.
And then we transitioned from there.
Okay.
And obviously got the blue Scirocco.
So also a lot of people probably wants to know what's the driving passion behind it? Why do you guys do this? Why do you guys spend a lot of money on your cars and also it's not much that you see that the husband and wife is into it. So what actually is it the 1400 bucky?
Probably
the 1400 bucky that got that also into
I
cars?
think it's just like everyone has a hobby, and I think like for having a hobby and a passion combined, it's something that both of us like. It's something that both of us don't mind spending our money on. Some people spend money on expensive shoes or clothes. We like spending on our cars. We like in general changing things up to how we want it to be. So it's not just with our cars, it's with our home environment, it's with everything that we do and own. we will change it up to how that fits our space, that's comfortable, convenient for us. So I don't think there's anything that we own that we haven't changed. Just for the sake of, we see something and we like it because we can change it. So and I think we both have.
But you know what's also like when at night when we lay maybe in bed, it's like, okay, deep dishes, Bible, changing your wheels, interior, or we see something on the TV, something caught out. There's always a mutual chat with regards to, if it doesn't catch our eye, we'll just scroll by. But like for argument's sake, what's happening behind the camera now, I obviously can't see. So now I'll go back to her and say, look here, what do you think of this key? But then she'll tell me, nah, not that key. Okay, do this, do that, do that. And I'll say, okay, let's change up here or whatever. So there's always like maybe a kind of a approval type of thing.
Like a common ground of like what we want to do. And not like that's I don't like it. It's like, it's a discussion, it's like planning.
Because at the end of the day when we're gonna move together, and I mean, imagine she's on that side of the road and I'm like, he's a nonsense driver.
I understand.
But also, you know, when I got the Scirocco, it was also like the time where we wanted to be in the stancing together, but also as individuals. Because as much as there's similarities, there's also a lot of things that we like separately. Like he doesn't always like what I like. There's sometimes things on his car that I wouldn't necessarily do on mine. But I can admire what he's done, but it's not my taste exactly. So I think with me getting my own car was also kind of like of me being like individually part of the stancing together with him.
Correct.
So we can, you know, both have our own separate ideas, opinions, and then do what I like, and he can do what he likes with my opinion, you know, in the background. So.
Okay, definitely. As I said, some wise words from you guys. Obviously, so I set an example for some other couples out there, and I just want to switch over quickly. Don't want to take too much time up, but I would like to discuss. Okay, obviously the cars. So you went with a CLK 63. Why?
So this has been my dream car.
Okay.
Mercedes Benz. I grew up with Mercedes Benz. I think we started with the 124, 123, 124. That is when I started knowing Mercedes Benz.
I think it's the same as me. I grew up also, my dad grew up, I think the first Mercedes I could remember my dad had was the 123, and obviously the 124, 126. So I also grew up with Mercedes Benzes, but there was a time, you know, when you were younger, you're not worried with Mercedes Benzes, you just want something fast, you know, a little coffee, whatever. And as I got older and realizing with all the unreliable cars I had, that Mercedes Benz is actually one reliable car, no matter how old it is.
So us growing up, we had 124s, and then it was uncle, father. So we all
the whole family.
So how we grew up was all in one house, double story, 7 families in one house, and everybody had Mercedes Benz, and everybody had caravels, and it was like a family thing. I don't even know Idris.
Yes.
So he was part of the family.
Oh, okay,
so he's got one of those classic, or not one, a few. His father actually.
So and he's one that also, but he also was one that you can get very rare old parts.
Yes. So we grew up together. Idris and my uncle was tight friends.
Okay.
So we grew up with Mercedes. That's why the CLK also, I think there's about 4 or 5 left in Western Cape. 2 I know is smashed. So there's only a handful of them. You won't find them anymore.
So it's actually very scarce, the CLK.
You don't get parts for them. So you don't get custom parts at all. If you want something, you must custom make it.
Or import too.
Parts, a lot is Germany. Locally will be like maybe your rubbers and stuff. But most of the stuff I brought from Germany.
Okay.
So when we rebuilt, rubbers I know I got locally, Joburg, but like indicators and stuff like that, Germany.
Okay.
A lot of other parts we had to bring in.
The
only crap is like waiting time.
I can imagine that's obviously through the agents.
Yes, through
agents will bring it via Germany through you. Okay, so what A lot of people obviously know the car. They've seen the car on the scene. I think you guys have toured with the car already. You went to, what's the show? State of Stance. You've been to State of Stance. And you've been to? Germany versus Japan.
Yeah, but Germany versus Japan was the Scirocco.
The Scirocco, yeah. Okay, so this one has only been to State of Stance. Okay, so, I mean, just to break it down for you guys, it's basically, as you can see, he's got a custom paint job. Candy apple red?
Yeah.
Candy apple red. And tell us a bit about the wheels that you're running. It's also custom built, one-off wheels.
Racing art wheels,
Mm-hmm.
custom built to fit the Mercedes-Benz because we have P brakes here.
Mm.
And the arches and fenders not so wide.
Yeah.
So we had to, we wish it was Shaba Mexico, like probably like 9 sets of wheels.
And it's always the calipers or the brakes that causes the
So
problem.
it's either your beat brake or your shock.
Mm.
So it's either it clears the beat brake, touches the shock.
Mm.
Clears the beat brake, but touches the shock. Clears the shock, but goes against the beat brake.
Yeah. And
So
then when you space it out again, it sticks to far out again. Yeah.
So we could find nothing. Shaba, we had wheels here of Shaba and it just didn't work. We ended up having to make a set because nothing worked. I got a field AA suspension in, so it's performance struts. To date, I still didn't play with it properly, but my bag is too low. My bag right now is sitting next to my own, which is 2 miles away.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's nerve-wracking to a certain extent, but that's the clearance that I have to play with.
Yeah.
I'm chatting to Thomas Gamas.
Mm.
He's done the field A on his CLA.
Yeah. But I mean, the CLAs don't come out with this size brakes.
Yeah, so we're still chatting there. I don't have the time to strip it out and sit with it and turn, and because how the field A works is it's got the coiling function, so you can adjust the casing, you can adjust the bag. It's got damper settings and it's got the it doesn't have camber. It's got the 10 mil plate on it. But everything is still as we got it out of the boxes and we put it in.
Yeah. Specifically made for this model.
So when you buy it from Rebello, he brings it out of China, because I could see on the box.
Okay.
And the stamp on there says 1989.
You asking me what year model? I don't know. But it was specifically for the AMG.
So it stands on the CLK AMG.
Okay. I would think it would be different to the normal CLK 500.
Yes. So your model numbers on there, it says W209.
Okay.
So all your holes, everything mounts up. It lines up perfectly.
Okay.
So wheels had to be made to fit the car. We had the yard here measure up and give us advice, and
so it's custom offset, custom width.
Yeah. So in front we're running 8.5 ET26 20s, and then the rear we go in 10.5J 20s ET26.
ET26.
Yeah, ET26. Narrow and wide, so we've got 75 more dishes in the rear.
Okay.
15 the front.
15, okay.
Yeah, that was the wheels. Color, so when you make it, they send you measurements and drawings and everything, you need to approve it. And because if anything goes wrong, they say, now but you stamped it.
Yeah.
So you decide what color you want the
Then
bolts.
it comes to you with the color and
so
the studs also you choose.
You decide what kind of faces you want, color faces, bolts, and what type of finishes you want.
I don't know if I should ask this, because like Devin said, it's like if you ask people prices, then it's like you know, that type of thing.
You know,
but I can imagine it's something quite expensive, and not just that, our customs they probably knocked you off on that to bring it in.
To be honest with you, so the seats we also brought in. I can tell you that my couriers and that was more than what the seats cost.
Now look at that. See, that's a problem with that we're having with South Africa. I mean, if we could just have, what you call it, custom tax? What's it called? Import tax?
Yeah.
If that could just be very much.
It's crazy. I couldn't understand like how can me getting the seats here
Cost more than the.
cost more than the actual seat.
Yeah.
Like seats also. I bought plates, mounting rails and that for the car specifically.
Yeah.
So in your box as well, it will give you CLK63, W209 plates. When you sit in the car, people will look at you as you leaning back and you're sitting. But I'm actually sitting normal. So my head would be over here.
I've seen it actually sits quite low.
But that's because of my rails.
Yeah.
It's custom green something.
And those rails you also brought in.
Brom supplies the
supplies the
they
rails as
supply
well.
the rails.
So speaking about seats, you actually got a set of Brom seats in there. And the seats you ordered white.
Yes.
Or did you have to pull it over or recover?
No, so you can decide on the site what color you wanted.
Okay.
The bead also. The stitch. You can decide what you want.
And so obviously with you ordering the seats, you knew already what color you're going with the interior.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously the seats came white, and then you decided to go with the rest of the car, the original. So the original back seat is recovered.
Yes.
In the matching leather of the Brom seats.
No, it's not actually because the seats coming from the States, obviously their whole scene is different.
But I mean, if you look at it, I mean, to the naked eye, you won't pick up the difference.
But our eyes aren't naked.
Yeah.
So I think Laren picked it up. So our door.
Laren with his optical zoom lens.
So my door panels and seats is two different shades of white. But because I couldn't get the same colors, I did the door panels a certain white and then the seats a different. So it's all metal leather.
Okay.
But
from different grades. Or
yes.
something,
The one is like a off-white and the one is white. The door panels was done in Joburg.
Okay.
Seats was done in Cape Town, so that's where
that's probably the difference comes in.
But I tried to keep it uniform in the sense where the door panels are the same color and the seats are the same color.
Okay.
So the theme inside is black and white.
So what I've noticed, you'll probably see later in the video, Devil do some cinematics, is that your setup you've got here in your garage. A lot of space, a lot of tools, and I think a lot of the work you guys actually did yourselves. Because I remember when you started with this car, you guys were documenting every bit of it. I think probably just basically the respray you guys didn't do yourselves. But
no, everything happened here.
Okay,
but the plastic's still hanging.
Okay. Okay. The car was sprayed, but you didn't physically spray it yourself. But a lot of
brother-in-law sprayed the car.
Okay, and he actually, where your brother-in-law? You must couple some context here. There's a way. So did he do the Scirocco also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo. So it's stop not spray. I mean, it's like in a spray. Sometimes a spray booth.
So what happened is
mine is sprayed on the phone.
In the barn.
In a barn?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember. It was like in a barn. But yeah, you can see he's actually a very good spray painter.
He's left-handed. So.
Oh, he's left-handed. Okay. I wouldn't know now the difference with left-hander and right-hander. Some people say the left-hander is
with the left.
Okay. But a lot of the work you guys did, I mean, you taught yourself how to do carbon fibers.
Yes.
And you guys just went post with carbon fibers. So you got your whole dash. I mean, guys, we're not talking about a Mark 1 Golf's dash. This is a CLK 63 AMG dashboard that this man took completely. I remember this job when I was watching this, and like, yes, this guy's got balls to actually rip out the whole dash and to carbon fiber basically completely. Your whole backboard as well?
Yeah, so the backboard, pillar A, pillar C, we don't have pillar B.
Yeah.
It's framed.
Yeah.
So if we start at the back, it's the backboard, it's the back panels, it's the pillars, it's the trims on the doors, it's the center console, front post, dashboard, steering wheel, what is this now?
That's basically almost the whole car.
It's just the seats that's not carbon fiber.
Yeah.
But the dash was initially white.
It was covered in white leather.
Okay.
But we weren't too happy with the finishing of the dashboard, the stitching in the liner, we have a naked eye.
Yeah.
So I just didn't sit right. And he was like, I think the dash came in and we had it like for one day. called me to the back, come see. And the first thing I noticed when he noticed, and I was also like, so why don't you carbon fiber it? And he looked at me, I could see his heart sink a little because, and he said, do you really think I can? No, you're not going to do if you're not going to try.
Yeah. Because no, that's an expensive try. Because it's like, make a mistake. It's not like you can peel that carbon fiber back. You can throw it dash away.
But it's also like making a mistake on your own car and learning from it and doing it over. And I don't think we mind doing that on our own stuff. Trying, failing, until we get it right. When we've tried the 10th time, we still can't get it right. We'll send it to the experts. But
Well, I mean, like I said, a lot of the work you guys did is self-taught. I mean, it's not like you come out of the industry of working on cars and spraying cars and doing carbon fiber. You just did some research and decided, hey, let's try doing it on our own. It's going to save us some money also because these guys can charge an arm and electric tool.
And it's fun, we like spending time in the garage.
Yeah, so that's to say, you guys got a lot of time in your hands. Especially with this car, you guys had a lot of time in your hands. And then the Scirocco came after this one. But you started building it after this one also.
After the G6.
After the G6. Yes, after the G6. So, Scirocco, which obviously belongs to Nahwaal. With that car, where did the idea come of, okay guys, we're gonna go wide body. Obviously, you all wanna do something that's different. It's not the average Scirocco, so obviously you guys thought out the box. But what made you guys decide to go with, just get the name, what's the name of the body kit again?
Aspect.
So,
Aspect, some say Aspect.
Yeah. Not that, what's the other word? Riga?
No.
Okay. So, what made you guys decide, okay, we're gonna, obviously you had to cut on it. Yeah, so
I was holding on to that cactus for a while, then why?
Yeah. So, okay.
It's got 100 mil from the fender.
No, look at that. So, was it a mutual decision to go wide body?
Before she started quickly that, so we staying here 4 years now. That car we took by our previous house under carport, open carport.
Open carport.
So the car was primed there outside. It was primed, and the day we had to start spraying, we decided white body.
Yeah.
So
the day you started.
The day we had to start spraying.
And then the color was chosen already.
Yeah.
Okay, so which color is that again?
It's just the yellow.
Just a yellow. So
with a whole lot of,
but there's a pearl in the paint.
There's a pearl in, there's glitter in.
So that's literally just, okay, gooi bietjie this, gooi bietjie that. How's it look? Bietjie, okay. So
and then spraying templates of undercoat red, undercoat grey, undercoat, just to see which color is going to make the yellow pop and what we like. And funny enough, like, we all chose the same template, which was the same undercoat and the same amount.
So obviously I had the templates laid out and right choose.
So we spray in front of the house, and we run to the back of the house because the sun is there. Okay, clear cut. Okay, nah.
Yeah.
Go again.
So that was also like a very unexpected. It was like, I think someone called in to say, I have a body kit here that can fit this Scirocco. Do you want it? It's yours if you want it, basically. And it was just a call like, we need to spray the car now, but there's a body kit, do you think you wanna? And it wasn't even like a thought process, it was like, yes, you know, because I've seen cars with body kits and I like it.
Yeah, and that's the only one, to my knowledge, in South Africa.
No, there's another one in Joburg.
With the exact same kit?
Yeah.
Okay,
but it's not, and it's also, it's bolted differently.
Okay.
Where you can see the bolts on the outside.
Yeah. Also, so this it's basically like a wide body kit. Fits like your normal wide bodies with the Allen key bolts in, but you guys flush it up.
No, so we drill. This you put the rubber. You need to put the rubber in, obviously, and you need to. I don't actually know how they made provision for you to fit it, but what we did is we drilled 10 more holes in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So say you had the arch, we drilled 10 more holes right around. And then we bolted it. And then we filled up the holes.
Yeah.
So we close it up. So if you want to do something now, I don't know how you're gonna do it.
Okay, yes, I understand. Yeah. But I mean, it's quite an aggressive kit because I mean the Sciroccos themselves at the back is already wide. Do you perhaps know how much wide is went with that kit?
Okay, to tell you maybe in a quick explanation, we can't find a trailer to trailer car.
Yeah.
So there's no.
That's the
There
only
is a
reason I'm not
trailer,
going
yeah.
to.
There is a trailer, but you need to book it in advance to make sure you get it. So
Yeah.
we need to get a trailer that's 2010 wide.
Jeez.
In order to just make for the car. You don't get wider than that.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably do, but hiring places don't have.
Mm.
So the one that we normally get is 2010 for the car to just fit.
Mm.
But then I'm talking about like this on the wheels and the sides.
Yeah,
On the back.
you actually need one of those trailers. I think that a lot of them is overseas. It's those completely flat trailers.
Yes.
They don't have those rails.
Yes.
Correct.
And the
But it's
wheels
very
is literally and the wheels is literally under the platform,
Yes.
whereas it on the side, so it doesn't
Yes.
have that mud guard on. So you just need one of those. I actually have seen a tow truck company that has.
So
tow
mind you,
company-
the tow truck companies have, but they won't rent it out.
Yeah, they want to rent it out there. If they do, they probably charge you an arm and a leg because in their minds like, okay, we're gonna rent it out. I could have towed how many cars all the time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So normally when we're gonna go rent it, we're gonna keep it for 4 to 5 days.
Mm.
And I mean, how many business couldn't they have made?
Yeah, yeah.
So we went to Bella Bella this year,
Mhm.
and we had to take the Scirocco down. And 2 days searching for, I think we went to every trailer hiring place.
Mm.
On our way home, after giving up now, we get a tow truck guy, and he's got the perfect trailer.
Mm.
That's wider than what we need,
Yeah.
and like long. We spoke to that guy, begging. He sent us to the house of the owner.
Yeah.
We stood there probably for a half an hour till that. We decided, nah, this guy's not gonna give us.
Yeah.
They don't really.
That's
Yeah,
why we
yeah.
ended up going without the car.
Yeah, I can imagine. Going back to the car, you got a custom paint job. I think the custom paint job, like you guys explained, is also what I did with the E12.
Mm.
It's literally just throwing colors, and it wasn't like going on a chart. Okay, I want that color. It's literally just throwing.
There's no code for it, basically.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
code for it, and you just go in the sun. Okay, that's perfect.
Yes.
So obviously, if you have a scratch or something again, it might be difficult to fix it up
You
again.
won't be able to.
And that car also full on show car, interior, everything, boot display, also custom built wheels on there. Obviously you can't get off the shelf wheels for that car. So what size do you actually run? I would imagine probably more than 10J on that cars,
Yeah, so it's also
especially the back.
it's 10J. It's actually 10J for the rear, 9J front, ET25 all around.
Yeah,
Also, I think 50 mil lips on there.
yeah. And the kit you guys also self-taught use. I mean, there is no YouTube tutorials showing you how to fit it. There isn't anybody who actually fitted one.
The kit
So you
actually
guys
doesn't fit perfectly.
Because-
you just fit it. They have to be cut and fitted to fit the car.
Yeah.
Because you know most now how fiber stuff work
Mm.
and molds.
So
Every time you pull, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger
Yeah.
every time. So
it's never gonna be
we were
100%.
10 mil out everywhere with that kit.
Mm.
And we had to cut it's like the rear bumper is cut in half. And we had to bring together again.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was too long.
So what happens is if you line up the centerpiece in the outside shoot
Oh, okay.
it doesn't line. You line up there, then
Then makes it up,
bulges.
makes it up,
It
yeah.
bulges. Because it's too big.
Yeah.
Then we had to cut it, line up there, and then bend again in the
Yeah.
center.
I would think when it comes to that, it's probably because it's not a very common kit. So there's probably not much made of it. Because I've noticed like with big companies that develop kits, your Liberty Walk,
Yes.
and those places, Rocket Bunny, they obviously started off with a once-off design. And that design was probably had a lot of flaws, and from there they probably perfected it so that eventually after the 100th kit or whatever, it's like a perfect fit. Because I mean, I would think there isn't much of those kits for the Scirocco available, and probably not enough people that's got the balls to do what they did to cut up their car and
Now,
stuff
a
like
lot
that.
of people asking me like, explain how you did it, whatever. And once I say like, you need to cut,
Mm.
it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not cutting my car. Well then, like, how far do you want to go?
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you go with a wide body kit, you have to cut on the body itself, and then it's fenders. It's fine, you can replace, but once you cut on a quarter panel, how are you going to replace that to basically make the car stock again? So yeah, you guys went all out on that car as well, and I mean, always seeing you guys pulling up at shows, so always driving together as a couple, and also with Donnie, you guys with Donnie as well, and Lowstad itself. When was that created, or when did the name Lowstad start?
2019?
to check the phone. But no, yeah, you can use. This is, I think, when you had the Golf 6.
Yes,
you already,
Golf 6, yeah.
You already started there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not going to explain about the Golf 6. I mean, if you guys want to see pics of the Golf 6, there is still everywhere some pics of the Golf 6, which also went all out on that. And I see a trend coming. We use guys do complete full builds.
Yes.
So it's interior. I mean, if your car looks that exotic outside, you would expect the interior also to match what's happening outside. So that's what I've seen the trend that you guys are following. It's always interior, it's boot displays, everything is basically
I
touched on
think
the
it's
car.
because we don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
It's like it's like when you see something every day, you get used to seeing it, so it becomes normal, and now you feel like we need to do something else.
Yeah.
So there's always something that we want to change, like that we haven't changed. It's like likes to Peter.
Yeah.
You know?
like the rear spoiler now.
Yeah, so you
You know, because we don't know what to do
looking for something. Looking for something
Even
else.
with the Scirocco, it's time now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pull it in. It's coming out, going back into changing. Yeah, we're gonna change it.
Are we expecting a color change in it as well?
I don't know.
I don't know, I'm kind of stuck on yellow. I
Yeah.
like the yellow. Or maybe just change the shade. It's been a different shade of yellow before, if you know.
I actually don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this
Yeah,
is the
it's
second
been
year.
wrapped 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, in yellow.
Mm.
So, and this is now the spray on yellow.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just like change the shade, because also the stitching on my seats are all yellow. Stitching on my yellow. So, so
can
the
imagine.
theme is kind of like yellow.
Mm.
So it's, if we do color change, we have to do change
Everything in.
on the
I
inside.
think your boot setup as well has got a lot of yellow and stuff in there.
But that's changeable.
Mm.
The seat is going to be like a mission.
Yeah.
It's also
So redoing the seats,
yeah, the whole dash and all of that is all
Sure.
covered. So that would be like a massive change unnecessarily. You can say.
Correct, yeah. So you guys like doing full on builds and you just go all out, It's color changes everything. But I think it gets to a point where the cars now reach its max. Some guys take it slow. I'm one of the guys. I like gradually take my time, because I know if I'm gonna do something like this and I do a full on build and everything is done, I'm gonna start getting bored of the car, because there's nothing more I can do on the car. Where in these cases he's got nothing more to do on the car, so why not just buy another car, another project? And he said I can tell the people. Can I still tell the people? So instead of doing a little bit more stuff on this car, Natheer decided to, obviously we'll see in the cinematics, that Natheer decided to go back to the old school roots of high school days and go with a Mark 1. So if you see what this man is capable of with AMG, I mean, what do you expect he's going to do with the Mark 1? So this is his little project, probably to keep him busy, and he says he's going all out. I'm not going to give you ideas away. Not going to say what you plan on doing, but just, you guys can just picture this. I mean, what he did with this car, what he's going to end up doing with that car. So he's going full out with this car, and once again, he's tackling the car himself. I mean, you're not a qualified spray painter or whatever, but he's capping that. He's doing
I
his...
think we're going to spray this car ourselves.
Yeah, so this is gonna be. I think this is the one that you're gonna basically try and do everything yourself, spray work, everything. So we, unfortunately, this car won't be done for OTF. It's gonna take a
No.
while. Yeah,
I was going to take it off.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's going all out. We're talking motor swap, interior, and obviously he's gonna try and do something different. Not like Mr. Big Bite different, but he's gonna try and do something different that you don't see your average Mark 1s have nowadays. So we are really keen to see what you're gonna do with this one. So any time frame you can expect? End of the year, the new year?
We got the car today already.
Yeah, you got the car today, but the man is already grinding, rusting stuff off here. So, like I said, it's a fairly straight car. It's got minimal rust, the year model it is, and the man is already cupping nut here. He's already busy grinding down rust and so on. So this is gonna be something interesting to see what you could do with a car like this.
10 J's on a Mark 1.
Hey, hey, Mr. Big Bite.
Hey.
Kom hulle. What would you guys give advice to the up and coming person who's now wants to do something like this, wants to start making their cars nice? There's a lot of, I won't say rivalry in the scene, but everybody's got a different taste, everyone a different way of doing things, and I believe that there isn't a thing of you need money to do these things. Stuff like this can take you some time. If you buy the means, it'll take you quicker. But what would your advice be to, especially to the youngsters that wants to get into this, they got their first car and wants to start doing some mods? Is it something advisable? Is it something that's going to make them broke at the end of the day? Or is it something that's just that they're going to be proud of, that they created? I think Nahwaal can probably answer that.
I feel, this is my personal opinion, to anyone that's up and coming, starting out, that loves cars, that loves working on their cars, I don't see any point in waiting. I don't know, like, what are you waiting for? Like I told you earlier, I didn't put my car out since Drift City.
Yeah.
But also because, like you say, rivalry, I see the comments, I see the, screenshots of the opinions of people. And then you kind of like want to take a step back and, to give people the floor, so nobody's taking the floor. So you get to a point where, I'm done waiting now. I'm pulling my car out again. I don't care what people say, because we do it because we love it. I love my car, so love what you're doing. Get you a car that you love. A car that you enjoy looking at. Because we enjoy looking at our cars. We enjoy spending time on our cars. We prefer spending money on our cars. So do it for you. There's always going to be a lot of opinions. But there isn't a lot of time. We don't know for how long we're going to be around to enjoy, this part of our lives. So enjoy it. What are you waiting for? You want to get the wheel, save up to get the wheel. You want to bolt have a wheel, bolt to import it, do it. Don't wait, because if you're going to listen to people's opinions all the time, you're going to kind of stay there and you're going to always feel like you are missing out on something that you're actually passionate about. And I don't feel like anyone should feel that way. So, the looks and the whatever, people's gonna get sick of seeing me again. You see the comments, you see the same cars by the shows, you see the same, we love going to shows, even if we're not participating, whether we're just supporting, we like prepping our cars for shows, we like pulling up together, we like how it makes us feel. So, opinions, let it stay there. Do it because of the love that you have for it. And that's what we're gonna be starting to.
Also, if you're not doing it because you're having fun or you're enjoying it,
or it's a passion.
It's a passion. Most of us, you also. It's the passion that drives us. And if you're doing it for other people, then it's the wrong reasons.
Or if you're doing it because you want recognition from other people, it's also wrong. Because not everyone's gonna like. Not everyone likes my car. You might like it, but there's a lot of people who actually doesn't like it. And I don't care. Because if my car's parked, especially at the show, after we've spent hours prepping, polishing, we change the wheel maybe or whatever. When I parked it at the show and I walk away from it, and I look back, I love how it makes me feel. Then I say to myself oh yes, I can appreciate Natheer's car for what he's done to it, I can admire it, but my car makes me feel a certain way when I look at it because I love it. And I think that is what it should be about. The people's, no one's gonna like your style. If you have a unique style, people are eventually going to get used to seeing it. So they'll eventually stop making remarks and just walk past it, and that is okay also. Because you need to do it yourself. And it's lekker, man. It's lekker to spend your money on something that you like.
Correct.
Working for something that you like.
I could also say it's basically our motto. A lot of people maybe don't know it, but our motto is build your vision and
refuse to comply.
That's it.
Exactly.
Build your vision, refuse to comply. And that's basically how it should be. So the way I feel is a lot of people obviously build a car. Yes, they want to have people appreciating their cars. So indirectly you building the car for the scene. You want people's approval. Hey, yeah, like I said, I've also slowed down a lot with going to shows and stuff like that. And I mean, I've slowed down quite a bit with even working on the car. You know, as you get older, time consumes you, work consumes, and you just don't have time for and kids, stuff like that. So even with me, I'm taking my sweet jolly time. Even if I don't get my car done in time for whatever show there is, I'm just gonna get it.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Just to break you there, like even for the whole of last year, the only time I pulled it out was for Drift City in December. The year before that also. So I've been taking a break because of many reasons. And for a passionate car enthusiast, like you feel there's something missing, man.
Yeah.
There's something. It's just like you're not down, but you can feel there's something missing in your life. That spark is missing, and it's there.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are we holding back? You don't always need people's approval. Not everyone has to because not everyone thinks the same.
Yeah.
And not everyone has the guts to cut the whatever. So if you feel like you want to do it and it can work and it will look right or whatever, you don't need anyone's approval. If it's your car, your money, your time, your effort, then do it. So I don't know what you were waiting for also. You need to...
No, like I said, it's time, it's work, it's kids. And I think the main thing is probably money. So we're hoping to grow this channel. But also at the end of the day, it's like me again, even if my car must look like this, like showroom quality, I would want to drive it every day. And a lot of people used to ask me when I used to drive the E12, why are you driving the car to work? And I used to drive the triples in, what's the place's name? Langebaan.
Yes.
Bro, what you doing now? I'm like, dude, the car's here to drive.
Yeah.
But now with today's laws, that's a different topic.
Yeah,
that's a topic on its own, because I was forced to make my car look like a picking Opa car with big tires on because they keep on taking my disc. So like I said, that's a topic because I would like to drive the car.
Yes.
I can't just look at the car like you guys will. I mean, you haven't driven the car since Drift City. I can't leave a car standing and looking at the skull. I want to drive
That's
it.
because I got me a daily or so.
Yeah.
Scirocco.
But I would like to drive my car every day,
Yeah.
no matter if it looks like a show car, but you can't. You can't, especially if you use like me, you can't. But like I said, it's a topic for a different day. Davis probably have to edit a lot out of this.
Camera's memory card is full.
So I'm talking my...
Oh,
okay, that was still recording, but yeah, we can have to probably edit a bit because we did talk a lot. But yeah, guys, I'd just like to thank these guys. I'd like to thank Nahwaal. I'd like to thank Natheer for your time.
Thank you.
And yeah, hope to see that little Mark 1 in the future. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Till next time. Cheers.
Thanks.